In preparation for coherent thought sequencing. Sit quietly in a comfortable position and take a few cleansing deep breaths in and out. As you exhale, release all your anxieties and tensions and your concerns, and as you breathe in deeply, breathe in peace and silence and calmness. Do this several times. Allow yourself to feel deeply relaxed. Deeply silent. Relax the muscles of your feet, your calves, your thighs, your back and abdomen, your shoulders and arms, your neck and your head. Become aware of the body relaxing, being very comfortable and quiet. Now sitting quietly in a comfortable and relaxed state, allow yourself to become gently aware of awareness. Allow yourself to become deeply centered, deeply aware of just pure, silent awakeness. That silent awareness whereby you are awake, conscious. As you become aware of awareness, allow yourself to perceive the sounds around you. As you perceive those sounds, become aware of that awakeness whereby those sounds are perceived. See that awareness, that pure, silent consciousness is unbounded, silent. It is not the perceptions of the sound, but it is that whereby you can perceive. It is gentle, silent, unbounded awakeness. It is deep and it is peaceful. Now become aware of your thoughts. may send a thought to a loved one, expressing love to them. Or you may simply watch the thoughts which spontaneously arise in your mind. As you perceive these thoughts, do not push them out of your mind, but allow yourself to become gently aware of that deep, silent awareness, that wakefulness, that pure consciousness, whereby you may perceive your thoughts. This awakeness is transcendent to the thought, and it is that whereby you may perceive your thoughts. It is deep, unbounded, pure consciousness. Become aware of this awareness and become deeply immersed in its endless silence and in its unbounded state. Now become aware of yourself, your individuality, your ego. See that it is a unique individuality, and like a snowflake, there is none other like it in the universe. Now become aware of that silent awakeness whereby you can perceive your own self. This pure, silent awakeness, this consciousness, this pure spirit, it is that universal consciousness whereby you can perceive your own self. And it illuminates every other individual in the universe. It is that awakeness whereby you are awake at this moment. See this awakeness in its unbounded state, beyond space and time, and yet at every point in space and time. It is omnipresent. It is eternal. See this pure consciousness shining through every individual in your group. See it expanding throughout the area where you are located, sweeping over the land, through the earth and into the sky, encircling the globe. All of this is awake. The planet Earth itself is conscious and awake, even as you are awake. This awakeness, this pure consciousness, is unbounded. It is infinite. Now see this pure consciousness expanding into deep space, embracing our solar system, filling interstellar space with this awakeness. Shining a sea of pure awakeness, pure consciousness, and then expanding into intergalactic space, embracing the billions of galaxies, and then infinitely at every point in time and space, embracing the entire universe, which is awake, conscious, silent, even as you are awake and conscious, silent. Now take a moment, a few moments, to sit silently reflecting in this unbounded cosmic mind. Should a thought or sensation or perception arise, acknowledge it and let it go, and then return to this silent, unbounded, pure consciousness. Sit silently for a moment in that unbounded state. Now, while established in that pure state of unbounded mind, being deeply aware of consciousness, pure mind, infinite silence. Awaken to deep space. If you see an extraterrestrial civilization or spacecraft or individual, acknowledge them. Convey your sense of oneness in this universal mind with them, and invite them to come to the place where you are located and to interact with your team if it is safe and appropriate for them to do so. Show these life forms. Convey to them clearly through coherent thought sequencing which begins at this point, your exact location. Show them by remote viewing deep space, the beautiful Milky Way galaxy. And on one of the outer spiral arms is a star, the sun. Drawing closer to that star, there is the solar system with the planets, Mercury, Venus, the Earth with her moon, Mars, Jupiter, and the outer planets, all swimming in a sea of pure, unbounded consciousness. Show them the Earth, a beautiful blue orb shining in space. And as you draw near, show them the continent where you are located. If it is night on that continent, show them the continent and the cities illuminated by lights. And then as you draw nearer to the Earth, show them the area of the continent where you are located, and drawing closer still, the exact specific site where your research team is working. Convey to them very specifically this information and the number of the team members, the lights which will be used on site, the tones, and the other specifics of the research team. Continuously return to deep space, the Milky Way, solar system, third planet from the Sun, the Earth, the continent where you are located, the region, and the specific site. Repeat this process in a comfortable and easy fashion, and if at any point you feel strained or distracted, return to silence and access that pure, silent awakeness. And then see that that awakeness is in deep space and is omnipresent. Only at that point then return to the coherent thought sequence. At all times, should you perceive through this non-linear mind an extraterrestrial spacecraft or extraterrestrial people, respectfully convey to them your sense of oneness with them and your intent to communicate and interact with them in a peaceful manner and in a way which will benefit life on Earth and life throughout the cosmos. And then specifically convey to them your location. In the silence of deep mind, you may perceive any point in the universe, because this consciousness is the pure awakeness, whereby you are awake, is beyond space and time. It is non-linear. And every point in space and time will be accessed through this awareness. Know this, and then access deep space. This deep, silent, pure mind is the basis for communication with extraterrestrial life forms. See that it is the foundation for interplanetary unity, and know that we are truly one people inhabiting one universe.